Okay, so let's see in this video how to actually check if the two given words are anagrams. Check if two given words are anagrams. So here, first of all, we need two strings. So I have also told anagrams using functions. So how we do this program anagram is basically two words are said to be anagrams if and only if those two words have the same characters and same number of characters. For example, if you have the first word as FOWL and the second word as WOLF, if you notice, F is present once in the first word and once in the second word, O is present once and once, W is present once in the first word, once in the second word, L is present once in the first word and once in the second word. So these two can be considered as anagram. Now let's see a negative example. So if we have FOWLL and we have WOLFF. So in this case, F is present here but it is present twice. So it is not an anagram. So these two words are not an anagram. So there is also a situation where if you have FOWLL and WOLF, the length of these two strings are different. So it can never be an anagram. So this is also invalid. So let's see how. Okay, let's check out how to do a program to check if the given number is a fascinating number. So you can accept n as an input. So let's say n, I'll give it an example as n as 192. So what do you mean by a fascinating number? So with an example I'll explain. 192, just multiply with 1, you get 192. And then if you multiply with 2, 192 into 2, you will get some number. I've already done that. 192 into 2 will get 384, and then 192 into 3 is equals to, so 192 into 3 you get 576. So if step 1, all that you have to do is multiply the given number n with 1, 2 and 3, you get 3 numbers. Step 2 is combine all these numbers. So when you multiply by 1 you get 192, multiply by 2 you get 384, multiply by 3 you get 576. So step 2 is to combine. So step 1 is multiply by 1, 2 and 3. So after combining as part of step 3, all that you have to do is check if the result, the combined number, the result contains all digits from 1 to 9 exactly once. So this is very easy. You just have to find the frequency of 1 to 9 in this, and the frequency should be only 1. So in layman's term, all that it should contain is 1 to 9 but exactly once. That is what the step 3 will be doing. Now let's write a program to do this job. So when is a number called as a fascinating number? Only when you do all these 3 steps and we get a result which contains all the digits from 1 to 9 exactly once. It can be in any order, but it should contain all the digits from 1 to 9 exactly once. Now I have the main function. Instead of writing in the main function, let me write it another function, public void check if fascinating. So there are multiple ways of doing this program. Let's see what kind of way I do it. So let me call this as GN. GN means original number. So I want to keep the original number, given number. I want to keep the original number for later use. So what is the step 1? What is the first step? To multiply GN with 1, 2 and 3. So when you multiply, you can store it in another variable. A is equals to Gn into 1 int b is equals to Gn into 2 int c is equals to Gn into 3. So we saw that example. When you multiply, you get 192,384 and 576. And that one we need to combine, and that is my second step. Combine A, B and C and store it in result or some other variable or product. So you can probably have it as product, no problem. So I'll take that variable name as result. Result is equals to, now I need to combine these people. So what I will do is I'll store it in a string and then convert it back to an integer or a long integer. So string result is equals to, this is straightforward, that's why I'm using this method. So string result. Now result is an empty string. Now what I'm doing is result is equals to result plus a. Now if I do this result plus a, result is of string type but a is of integer type. So the lower data type, that is integer, will get converted to a string. So the result will contain 192 as string format, and that one I can again add it with another integer. So eventually all this will become a string. So what will result contain in our example? It will contain 1938. So it will contain 192384576, but in the string format. Why? Because the first operand I have considered it as a string. So second operand automatically from integer will get converted to a string. Now I will convert it back into an integer, but because this contains 9 digits, I doubt if it is. So an integer can handle only minus 2 billion to plus 2 billion. This is 1.9 billion, but what if the number is bigger? So then it won't work. So what we will do is convert this into a long and store it in another variable. Long n is equals to, all that you have to do is use the function long dot parse long of result. So I got the value n. So this is our new number n, which we will be checking whether. So in step 2 we have this one. Step 3 is basically check if digits 1 to 9 exists exactly once in n. So n has a number, so that is of long type, that is 192384576. All that you have to do is check whether this contains all the digits 1 to 9 exactly once. So there are various ways. I will let me see how we can do. We can do the straightforward method of extracting the last digit and checking. So what I'll do is I'll take the variable key is equals to 1. I'll start with it. While so this loop is basically loop to find the frequency of key in n. So what is the value of my n? So that big number. So what I'll do is I'll also have one more variable called as temp. So my temp will be reinitialized every time. Temp is equals to n. So what is the value that that is there in temp? exactly the same value that is there in n. I can use n also, but purposely I'm not using it. So let's do our old method. What is that? So we'll keep on extracting the digits. So what is the first step? Extract the digit. So because temp is of long type, so I will say long digit is equals to temp modulus of 10. So what is the step? Extract the last digit. So what will you do with that last digit? So you need to check if digit is equal to key. So the aim of this code is to find the frequency of key in the temp. So check if the digit is equals to key. How do you do this one? If your key is equal to, if your digit is equal to key. Right now what is the value of key? 1. So we are just checking whether this digit which we have extracted, so from this number 1 9 2 3 8 4 5 7 6, we have extracted 6 and checking whether 6 is equal to key. 6 is it equal to 1? If it is so, then we will increment the frequency. So what will be the value of frequency? Just before this loop you have to make sure that you initialize the frequency to 0. So this loop will find the frequency. Once you come out of that, you just have to do the check if your frequency is not equal to 1. So if the frequency equal to 1, wonderful, but if the frequency is not equal to 1, I'll set the flag and then break out of this loop. Now you also I'll explain why we are using flag and all. First step is to extract the last digit, check if the digit is equal to key. Then you also have to remove the last digit. So how do you remove the last digit? Temp is equals to temp divided by 10. So this code has been explained thoroughly step by step in module 4 part 1 2. So make sure that you learn that thoroughly in case you don't get it right now. So now what this while loop has done is it has checked so first step is to extract the last digit and then check if the digit is equal to key, increment the frequency and remove the last digit. So how long you will keep doing this? Until the number becomes 0. The moment number becomes 0, you come here and then frequency. You check whether, so the key is 1 in the beginning, check how many times 1 was present. If 1 was present exactly once, wonderful. So you can go ahead with 2, checking for the frequency of 2. But if it is not equal to 1, I set the flag and break out. Yes, we must make sure that we have the flag set as flag equal to 0 in the beginning. So flag will be set to 1 only if the frequency of any key, that is 1 to 9, is not equal to 1. So what I will do is I will enclose this entire thing into another loop. So the loop, why I am having this loop is basically in the beginning key is 1, I found the frequency of 1, I also have to find the frequency of 2, 3, 4, 5 until 9. So this loop, while loop, will just check, just execute 9 times. Initially key will be 1, so the key 1 is it less than equal to 9? Yes. Loop to find the frequency of key in temp. Now I have to check how many times this key, that is 1, is present. That is the reason this entire loop is there. And then I check if the frequency of that key is exactly equal to 1. Wonderful. You will have to go ahead. How will you go ahead? You just have to increment the key to 2 and then go ahead. So it will come back here. 2 is it less than equal to 9? Again it will check. 2 is less than equal to true, then it will find the frequency of key, that is 2 in the temp. It will find how many times it is present. If that is equal to 1, Wonderful, it will fail this condition, and then key will be incremented to 3. Now it will come back here, 3 is it less than equal to 9. It will find how many times 3 is present in this number. So if in this temporary number, if it is 1 exactly, again it will go ahead. But what if the frequency is either 0 or greater than 1? So if it is not equal to 1, I'll set the flag and break out of the loop. So what does it mean if the flag is equal to 1? It means that I have found the black sheep. What is the black sheep here? We have found one number, that is 1 to 9, which does not exist, or it exists more than once in the appended string, in the resultant string. So now you can just say system.out.println what is this number? Original number is present in GN. GN is a fascinating number. Else, we can do this using strings. It will be much more easier. So we'll discuss that in some other video. So here it is not a fascinating. So if the flag is still 0, yes, GN is a fascinating number. So if flag is equal to 1, then GN is not a fascinating number. So let's execute and see if it works. So I'll just give some input. Check if given number 192. So I can call this function inside. So of course it's not a static. So I've compiled it and running it. So I've already passed 192. It's going to say 192 is a fascinating number. So if you want to take the input from the user, so let's say public static void, check if fascinating. I have this number, run this. So let's say I pass 193 here. So he says 193 is not a fascinating number. So you can, in the question you would have had some more numbers. So do you have that number? No. Okay. So you have let's say 578. So 578 is also not a fascinating number. You can have a couple of numbers and then it will work fine. I hope you understood. Thanks for watching the video. Okay. Now let's see the code for fascinating number. Check if the given number is a fascinating number. Now first of all, please understand, what do you mean by a fascinating number? So the aim of the program is program to check if the given number is a fascinating number. One fellow with the panic, he actually wrote instead of fascinating number as fantastic number. Don't do that one. So I'll take the example and I help you out. So I have one number, standard number 192. So 192 is a fascinating number. Let's see how this is a fascinating number. So what, according to the logic, they say that a number is a fascinating number if you do all the steps and then still. So if you have, all that you have to do is multiply the given number with 1 and you get the same number 192, and then multiply the same number with 2. I don't know what you get, find it out and tell me. 192 into 3, I get some number. So okay, so there are many ways to check if two words are anagrams. There are many ways to do it. I'll choose one way where we will sort the characters of this word. So when I sort the characters of this word in ascending order, what do I get? So the first letter is F, and then the second one is L, then O, then W. Similarly, I'll sort the letters of this word. So W, O, L, F. What is the first letter in ascending order? F, L, O and W. If you notice, after sorting the first word and after sorting the second word, you get two words, and if these two words are equal, then it's an anagram. That's it. So what we will be doing is, because in the question it is mentioned that using functions you need to do this job, what we will do is we will first write one function in order to accept a string, convert it into array of characters, and then sort it in ascending order. So we will write one function, public. So the work of this public is to just sort the characters in a string in ascending order. So what we will do is, after that we will return a string, public string, because it is returning string, and let the function name be sort. So let's accept a string from the whoever is giving it. Now this one str string is converted into an array of characters. First step is to convert. Step 1, we'll see, convert the string str into array of characters. So why are we converting into array of characters? So that we can sort. So what is the step 2? So step 2 is to sort the array of characters. So why are we sorting? So that we get a sorted string. Step 3 will be convert the array of characters back to string. Now this string will be in sorted order. So the first string input will be FOWL, and after sorting you get FLOW. And after that return. Step 4 will be return the string, output string. So I'll call it. So now let's expand each step and see how we can do it. So convert the string str into array of characters. So you need to run a loop, I equal to 0 str.length I plus plus. So what I do here is declare an array of characters. So I'll call this as array of characters, chars. So what is the size of this array? The size of this array will be the same size as the string. So how do you get the size of the string? str.length. So let's say str is FOW. FOW's length is 4. So it will allocate 4 characters, 4 array elements, each one being a character. So all that we will do is extract the character as char ch is equals to str.char of I. So we will extract the ith character from string str, that is we'll extract f and store it in ch, and then that ch can be stored in array of chars. You can also do it directly. Just to make it very clear, I have done this. Array of chars of I is equals to, you can write ch. Now what is the 0th character in string str? It is f. Character f will be stored in ch, and that ch will be stored in array of chars of 0. Now it will reach the end of the for, and then reach the update expression. I will become 1. 1 is it less than the length? Yes, get inside. What is the character at index 1? O. So it will take character O, store it in ch, and that ch will be stored in array of chars of 1. So then it will reach the end of the for. I will become 2. 2 is it less than the length? Yes, get inside. What is the character at index 2? It is w, and that w will be stored in ch, and ch will be then stored in array of chars of 2, and then array of chars of 3. What will be stored in array of chars of 3? L, and then it will fail and then come outside. So the aim of this for loop is just to convert the string str into array of characters. If you want to avoid this step, what you can do is, instead of storing this str.caret of I in ch and then storing ch in array of char, you can directly write this step over here. So you need not store it in another temporary variable ch. So you can extract the ith character from the string and store it in array of chars of I. So our array is ready. So what is our array of chars of 0 right now? In our example, what is array of chars of 0? It is f. And what is the array of chars of 1? O. Then 2, it is w. Then 3, it is L. So if you write array of chars of length, we'll get the length of the array, which is nothing but the length of the string itself. So keep that in mind. So right now our work is to sort the array of characters. You can either choose selection sort or bubble sort. So I will choose bubble sort because it is easy. So what we will do in bubble sort is, so we have a nested for loop. It will start I equal to 0, I is less than n minus 1, which is nothing but the length of the array. So I just have another variable int n is equals to arr of chars dot length. Now I don't want to use such a big name, that's why I'm storing it in another variable n, so that we can write n here. I is equals 0, I is less than n minus 1, I plus plus. Bubble sort is a straightforward code which we have already discussed in module 11 part 3. If you have not learned, please go to that video and then finish it off. So for int j is equals to 0, j is less than n minus I minus 1. This is more efficient, j plus plus. So what will be the check that we are supposed to do? If the jth element array of chars of j, if it is greater than array of chars of j plus 1, if it is so, then all that you are supposed to do is swap. This is the bubble sort algorithm. So the code, bubble sort code. So how do you swap? You take a temporary variable, temporary is equals to arr of. So you couldn't have done swapping with string. Within the string it is not possible. That's why we converted into array, and then we are doing whatever we want in the array. Array of chars of j is equals to array of chars of j plus 1. So array of chars of j plus 1 is equals to 10, and we have sorted. So the second step is ready. So in the second step, all that we did was sorted array of chars. At the end of the second step, we will get foul will become flow, but it will be there in the array format, and that format should be converted into back to string. So what you are supposed to do is run another loop for int I is equals to 0, I is less than the length of the array, array of chars dot length I plus plus. So here you can have output string. So the sorted string. So the input string is stored in the variable str. The output string I will store it in another variable called as result. So what I will do is result is equals to result plus every character. So I take a character and append it to result. But what is this result? So what is this result? This result is nothing but the output string. You can declare it just before you need it. So I will initialize it to empty string. Note this is empty string, not a space. Don't give a space here. So it is just an empty string. Now what is ready? Our result is ready, which is nothing but a string. In our example, result will contain flow in the form of string. So it will be in the form of string like this. Now all that we will do as a fourth step is, the aim of this function was to sort and return. So that's why the return type is string. So here return the output string. So we will just return the result. So who will take it? Whoever needs it can take it. So any confusion with this function? So I hope you have got how to sort the string in ascending order. Now I'll write one more function, the main function. So this is the standard function. So in this function, let me accept two strings from the user. Of course, you need either buffered reader or scanner class, both are fine. So we need to import. I am importing all the classes actually, and then we need to handle the exception. We're not handling it using try catch, we're just throwing it off. Okay. So prompt the user, enter the first word. So you will have to take the word and store it in first word, or I'll call it as word 1. So br.read line. Same thing I will have to do for the second word. So enter the second word. So word 2. So I have got 2 words. Now I will declare 2 more words, word 3 and string word 4. Now what I will do with word 3 and word 4 is, using word 1, I will call the function sort to sort the word 1 and store it in word 3. I'll call the function sort and send word 2 and then store it in word 4, the sorted string. So what I'll do is, I have to call the function sort, but sort is a non-static function. To make it straightforward, I don't mind you making this a static. So public static string sort. So now I need not create an object. I directly can call sort of, I will send word 1. So when I send word 1, sort of word 1 will be copied in str. It will be doing all these things and return a result. What will it return? It will return the ascending order. This word 1 will be converted into array of characters and then sorted and then returned, and that will be stored in word 2. For example, if word 1 is foul, then word 3 will be flow. Similarly, I'll call the same function sort and pass word 2. What is the duty of sort? It will take word 2 and convert it into array of characters, then sort them and return back the word which is sorted, which we will store in word 4. Now all that you have to check is, if word 3 dot equals of word 4. So all that we are doing is, we are checking whether word 3 and word 4 are equal. So if they are equal and the length of word 3 and word 4, or here only we can do that check only if the word 1 dot length is equal to word 2 dot length, go ahead, otherwise don't do all these stuff. So all these function calls you will do only if your word 1 and word 2 length is equal. So if word 3 dot equals in the case of word 4, then you can call them as anagram. So what we can do here is, I'll set the flag to 1. I'll just use the flag. Int flag is equals to 0. So flag is a variable just to indicate that whether we have let me see. So what I'll do is if word 3 dot equals ignore case of word 4, then I'll set the flag to 1. So this I'll still hold it as 0. So I don't need this in this scenario. So flag is equals to 0 on word 1 and word 2 length are equal, then word 3 and word 4 are equal, then you can set the flag equal to 1 and then come outside, or you can actually, okay, let's not use the flag, I don't think that is required. So here let's not use the word. So the moment this is there, so we can say system.out.println word 1 and word 2 are anagrams. Don't write word 3 and word 4 are anagrams. Okay, once you are done with this job, you anyways will come out, so no need of break. Break will be used only when you are in the loop. Okay, are not anagrams. Now again this else has to be written here also, so maybe that is the reason I was using the flag. Anyways, this is also okay. Fine with it. So we'll just run this program and see how it works. So because your array of characters are basically char, so when I run this program, anagram program, so I call the main function. All that I have to do is enter 2 words. I'll send a lot of other words. As of now, enter the first word fowl and enter the second word wolf, fowl and wolf are anagrams. Let's give a wrong example and see if it works. So we'll give FOWLL and WOLFF are not anagrams. Let's give 2 strings which has different length, same set of characters, FOWL and then FOWLL are not anagrams. Although it is made up of same characters, but it is not made up of same number of characters. So that's all about your anagram program.